Hello everyone and welcome to the latest episode of Sean's Movie Crusades. My name is Sean Wasserkrug, and this is a special episode that's been requested by quite a few people, so I thought I'd go ahead and knock it out here real quick. A lot of people have asked, that I should do a video basically explaining who I am and why I'm doing this, and basically give kind of like a little miniature biography of sorts of, why you should listen to me in the first place, why my reviews matter, or why my opinions matter. First off, my name is Sean Wasserkrug, like I said at the beginning of the video. I have been a lover of movies pretty much all my life. I remember the very first movie that I ever went and saw in theaters, which was Oliver and Company. Don't really remember a whole lot of it because I was actually very little. But the very first film that I actually legitimately remember watching as a kid was The Land Before Time and Jaws. And from then on, I basically fell in love with films. My very first job was actually working in a movie theater, and my love for films grew, and because of that, I got to see a ton of movies. And through that, I felt like my ability to talk about them, explain them, and honestly fall in love with them in a sense where I can see the passion of filmmaking, the passion of acting, and stuff like that really shine through, where a lot of people miss those things or don't notice them quite as much. Went to college, didn't graduate, sadly, but I studied basically broadcast journalism with a minor in acting. So I've always kind of just been in the focal front of this kind of stuff. I was also a professional wrestler for 14 years, hence why the show is called Sean's Movie Crusades with a Z instead of the actual S like Crusades, because my professional wrestling name was Sean Cruz, so I was trying to be unique and fun, and that's why there's a Z for Crusades. It's kind of like my shout out to my pro wrestling past, so I know a lot of people have asked why is it spelled that way. That's why. I always wanted to be in the entertainment industry. It used to be, in acting or professional wrestling, but as I've gotten older and the body has kind of taken its beatings from pro wrestling, I've retired from that, and not being in an area where acting is really a huge thing, the one thing that still grew through my life was my love of movies. And sitting and watching them and discussing them with people. There's nothing I love more than just having an awesome, detailed conversation about movies. Whether you like them, dislike them, debating about movies back and forth. It's one of my favorite things to do. There's literally not a single time a day where someone can come up to me at work or anywhere really and can talk movies with me, and I won't dismiss it. I love talking about it. And over the past couple of years, I haven't really watched much of YouTube. I was usually so focused on watching movies and TV shows that YouTube was never really much of an option for me. And then I stumbled upon some things on YouTube and just immediately fell in love with them. And I guess I would consider them influences. And for anyone out there who loves movies as well, these three things definitely were huge influences on me. I doubt any of these people are actually watching this, but if they are, this is an incredible shout out to you guys. You guys are highlights of my day. I watch you guys daily, and you guys have made me want to break out of my shell and do this. First one goes out to Collider Movie Talk. Collider is a very huge company, movie company in California. They have a daily talk show called Collider Movie Talks. If you search Collider on YouTube, you can find all their stuff there. They do a ton of great things. Mostly hosted by Mark Ellis. And then there's a huge assortment of crew and cast that are on that show. Perry Nemiroff, John Roca, Schneider, Christian Harloff. The list can go, Dennis Zhang, the list goes on and on and on of all the phenomenal people there, and they're a highlight of my day to watch, because not only are they very informative with movies, but they have a fun time doing it. They're very funny people, and you can really see the love of the movies through them. And this also is a branch off too, and you see me wear this shirt right here, and you've seen me wear shirts like this on previous review videos, and it was a branch off of Collider. It's officially kind of become its own thing, and that is also the Movie Trivia Schmodown. Basically what this is, and I can never say anything but great things about this show, it is a movie trivia show with elements of professional wrestling. And it's run by Mark Ellis and Christian Harloff. Christian Harloff used to work for WWE as a writer, and now he works with Collider, and they created their own movie trivia show. It's a phenomenal show where basically movie people, movie fans, critics, people who work for the company go on and they basically do movie trivia, but they have characters like in professional wrestling. They play a character. You have your heels, you have your faces, you have your tag teams, you have championship belts, you have divisions. It's easily one of the most addicting things I've ever watched. It's a highlight of my week every time it comes on. They are starting to go into a paywall, but I mean literally for $1 a month you can watch everything. Which I'm sorry, for a show of this magnitude to literally only be asking for $1 a month, I can think of nothing more to give money, and you can give more than that. And I personally do give more than that to this company because of how much joy they've brought me over the past few years. And you can catch their show. It used to be on the Collider channel, but now it's on Schmo's Nose. And definitely give that a look out. If you guys love movies and movie trivia, or even love professional wrestling with a hint of movies, you'll definitely love that show. Watch one episode, and if you're not hooked by that, I mean, I really don't know what to tell you, because it's such an amazing show. And last but not least, Screen Junkies. You guys are the ones that actually initially got me started watching movie YouTube stuff in the first place. The team of Dan Murrell, Roth Cornett, Spencer Gilbert, Joe Starr, JTE, Billy Business. You guys are a delight to listen to. You guys are hilarious. The times when you guys break and just lose your shit on camera are easily the best moments of the show. You guys go off the rails so much, but it's such a fun ride to go on with you guys. And you guys with Ellis and Harloff with Movie Trivia Schmodown, and the rest of the people at Collider for Collider Movie Talk, you guys have basically influenced me and have basically given me the drive to open up my own show. Because I feel I've always wanted to do it, but I just never really had I never had that push to go and do it. I was originally going to just do a website and do written reviews, but I'm not a fan of writing stuff out. I'm more wanting to be in front of the camera and expressing it through voice instead of writing it down on paper, and that's why I'm doing this. I hope to grow this channel to just bigger than myself, kind of like how Harloff and Ellis did with themselves. They started off as just two friends who talked about movies, and they basically have created an empire at Movie Trivia Schmodown, and that's what I would love to do here. I would love to find other people that I could have a part of this show, and then I can change this title from Sean's Movie Crusades to Movie Crusaders, or anything like that. I have ideas for stuff I would love to do with this show. It's just finding the right people to become a part of it. I would love to have a co-host that I can talk to and bounce stuff off of, instead of just talking by myself to a bunch of people that I can't physically see, or maybe not even listening at all. But bottom line is, that's who I am. I'm just a guy who loves movies. I see the technical part of it, and you'll see a lot of movie reviewers who will go into the cinematography and the art direction and the costumes and stuff like that. And I've known from most people that I've known through my life that that's just not stuff that they really care about. And that's no disrespect to that stuff in movies. Those are very, very important things in films. But in terms of reviews, if there's stuff that needs to be noticed, I'll call it out. But I'm just an average guy, just wanting to tell people whether or not movies are good. And I'm passionate about what I love, and I'm passionate about the stuff I hate. And I feel that when people actually do ask me about movies, they're asking me because they know that I'm a guy that they can rely on and trust on whether or not the movie is good or not. And that's why I created this channel. Is to kind of be that guy that you guys can rely on, that I'm not going to go over the top with technical terms, and if I do, I explain them to you. But just that guy who, whether or not the movie's good, whether it's funny, whether it's dramatic, or you gotta cry, how are the performances, how are the acting, just really all about going through that stuff with you guys without going over to the jargon that a lot of movie reviewers do, where sometimes they're kind of snooty. I don't try to be snooty when it comes to my movies. Yeah, I do hold a high bar for some films. If I expect them to be really good, I will judge them more harshly than others. But there are some times where there's just some dumb movies out there that you just quite enjoy. And that's what I'm doing here. And I hope you guys go on this journey with me, and you guys stay subscribers. And not only that, but bring more people to the channel. I know there's not a lot of people that really comment barely at all on any of the videos, even though I ask for them daily. But I urge you all who watch the shows to leave comments, whether they're positive or negative. I mean, everyone's got their opinion. Just because I say something sucks does not mean that if you guys liked it, that you're in the wrong. Everyone has their rightful opinion to love movies in their own way. I'm just that voice that will kind of just, if you're wanting to know whether or not a movie's good or not, or whether you should develop, give your time and money to it, then come ask me, or come watch these videos, and I will gladly go over that stuff with you. And like I said, leave comments on the show. I would love to do episodes where I'm just answering fan questions. And it doesn't have to be fan questions about certain movies that I'm watching. They could be fan questions about, what do I think about these movies that are coming out? What do I think about certain things that have happened in movie news or entertainment news, or even sports, wrestling, or TV shows? I would love to branch out further than movies, but I know movies is something that I can kind of keep on a narrow path right now that a lot of people can kind of connect with, and that's why we're going that route. But if you guys have any questions, anything, any debates that you guys would like to bring up and have me discuss on the show, feel free to leave comments on here or on the Facebook page. Don't. I mean, no one likes trolls. I mean, don't come on and just to hate. If you guys don't like something, give me a reason. Don't just come up here and say, you suck. Your reviews suck. Okay, cool. Why do they suck? If you don't like something, explain it. If you love something, explain it. Don't just say, I like it. Why do you like it? Because that's what I do. I'm not just going to say, I like that movie. No, I'm going to give you great detail into why I like that movie, and why I think you guys would all like that movie, and I expect the same from the people that watch the show. So yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I didn't want this video to be too long. I tend to ramble quite a bit for people who watch my videos, especially if it's something that I really, really like. But yeah, that's basically the long and short of it. That's my about me. And I hope you guys continue to keep watching the show. I hope the subscriber list grows, and we can kind of create this show. And for the people who have started from the beginning with me, thank you very much for your support. And I hope to see more of you guys join the page, and I hope to create a community out of this where it's just people who just love to talk about movies. And basically, until next time, until I see ya, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Movie Crusaders.